and Marisa, back again for more live reactions to 4-week continuous special Super Sentai Strongest Battle. This is the ultimate showdown, ultimate destiny. Although technically this is the penultimate showdown now, because we're on episode 3 of 4. So it's flying by. We're almost to the end. Obviously, the big news of the past week was the premiere of Beast Morphers. Thank you to everyone who joined us for the live stream on Saturday. That was a lot of fun. We had over 50 people at least at one point,
which was more than we've ever had on the live stream.
I'm pretty sure that's more than we've ever had on the live stream before.
Do apologize for the technical difficulties. Next week we're going to switch things up and try using my computer.
Yeah, we'll see if maybe the other laptop works a little better. Fingers crossed. Who knows?
Well, mine is a full laptop, so...
Yeah. But once again, we will be doing that on Saturday at 7 p.m. That is our regular time for doing the live stream live reactions.
And actually, the other thing we can do is jack it directly into the router, so we're not dealing with Wi-Fi.
We'll try doing that, too.
So, here's hoping for a clearer live stream next time. Please stick with us.
And I'm also keeping my fingers crossed. We did some filming last week.
Yes.
I did some filming with one of with one of my actors. I had to do pickup shots for 87, and with I did a bunch of shooting with Dave the other day because
yeah, but Dave's getting ahead. Dave is not holding us up.
Yeah, we shot several episodes ahead. For Dave, because him and his wife are expecting their child literally any day now. So we wanted to make sure to get a little ahead of the game for him.
Yeah, we wanted to leave him in the clear.
We knew his availability was going to go away pretty quick.
Spend time with his baby for a while.
Exactly. And I'm hoping my other two actors will get back to me soon, and then we'll be able to, release a proper trailer and announcement for 87. I know I've been talking about that for like the last couple months, but there's only so much that can be done.
Do you know what that looks like in silhouette?
That looks like a.
It looks like Megamind.
Like Megamind. Yeah, a little bit with the collar. Because right now, Aqua Ranger, I believe, is in silhouette on our screen.
Looks like.
Yeah. And I have also heard that there are many Beast Morphers toys hitting the shelves in Canada, but nothing yet for the States.
Yeah, poor Pocky was all over the Kingdom Come that one day.
Yeah. Well, she checked a few different stores just to be on the safe side.
We were watching the saga on Twitter. Yeah,
just a little bit. Well, she checked like 2 places. It wasn't like a saga.
I know.
But anyway, so that's the big stuff going on this week, and I hope to be having more announcements regarding the channel as soon as possible. I might be doing a bonus video regarding Beast Morphers. I had an idea for something this morning. If I end up doing it, I'll probably try and post it by like Friday night or something.
Yeah, that was. Is that the computer going out or the TV?
Yeah, it's the computer.
Okay, good.
All right, yeah.
Because if the TV goes out, then we'll be here for a minute and a half.
No, actually, well, if the computer went out, then it would be for a minute.
Well, no, if the computer's just going to sleep, it comes back up like this.
Well, yes, but...
If it was out, we'd have a real problem.
Yeah. But as far as the TV wouldn't be any more problem, really, than the computer. Because I got the remote for the TV right here.
Sometimes it doesn't respond to the remote.
Sometimes.
We have a special TV.
Yeah, it's a little weird. But
it's
anyway.
a first-generation smart TV.
It's
hadn't
not
worked
that
out all
smart.
the kinks yet.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think it's good. It's a good time now to enter into battle number 3 of 4-week continuous special Super Sentai Strongest Battle, a secret reveal.
I can't believe I managed to do that without looking, because you scrolled away from it.
And there we go. Going full screen. There we go.
Somebody on our last Super Sentai Strongest Battle video actually put a really great explanation of the whole eras thing, so I favorited that on the channel.
What of the what?
Of the eras.
Eras?
Era. E-R-A.
Oh, the eras. Oh, okay.
See, the era.
Because technically it's not going to be the Naruhito era. It's going to be something else. Just Naruhito is the name of the new emperor.
Apparently you don't refer to the era by the emperor's name until the emperor is deceased.
Oh, Takahara is still fighting.
Which means we also won't be referring to the last one as the... because apparently he's retiring. He's not dead.
Right. Well, she's having fun. Alright, so he's definitely...
She's doing something hinky.
Well, yeah. So Takaharu is no longer Takaharu at the moment. Even without the helmet on, he's still not himself.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if it was going to be kind of a little like a Q Ranger, kind of if you pull the helmet off, he's still inside going, get away from me, help!
Right. But no, it seems the armor has a stronger control than that.
It's taken his mind as
Assuming that's the situation, it's not,
it could be a clone or whatever.
Shape-shifting, what have you. So, that's the whole thing. And
I wish we had the lyrics.
I really do too. I have not found the lyrics anywhere. Actually, I didn't check again. Not that it's super relevant.
It's a little bit late for that, but see if we can find them by next time.
Yeah, if they become, if I can find them anywhere. I'm just scrolling down the page I already had open.
No, I was mimicking, what's-it-caller.
Oh, what, Rita? Oh, I hate that sound. Come on, there it goes.
No, from Tokyuter, she was going, she was trying to explain something.
Oh, right.
But it's in the
Gaizog.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
She's so frustrated with Rita
we keep seeing the green and black,
doggy.
green soldiers.
I mean, we haven't seen him yet, but I know this is Doggy's POV.
Yeah. Hey, Stinger? What's stinging? Oh, he's got a little... Whoop, back. Hey.
Well, not Doggy. But
Oh, he knows... Yeah, he recognizes the Morpher, because he's met with the Q Rangers before, but not with Stinger. He's the boss.
He is called Doggy, okay.
Yeah. Doggy Kruger is the original name. And yeah, she's met with Zhao. Okay, so something happened that was detected across universes. Oh, Tsurugi actually sent him. Oh, that's interesting.
It's just entirely possible Tsurugi did get a ticket that sent Stinger in his place.
Maybe. Marvelous.
Because he had things to do, like being president of the universe.
Yep. Yeah, Takahara could go be hanging out with other people, or he might be, you know...
The nature of this room confuses me.
I guess it's just a room that they can just chill in.
We're given this chill room, but like, it's got stairs to get in and out, and...
I don't know, maybe that's where the quarters are? I'm not sure. Ooh, semifinals time.
Quarters? Is this taking place over more than a day?
I mean, there's a lot of fights. They could have their own rooms. Gaizog! That tough guy would beat up a few people.
At least she's not mangling his name again.
Yeah. She's being adorable. Alright, yeah, martial arts team versus brute force team. Yeah, we got Ryu Ranger again, along with
Future Sentai Time Ninja, Time Red.
Oh, that's interesting. Time Red's on the martial arts team.
It is Team Good Strength.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen both these teams before. Just not necessarily this exact pairing. Nice. Picking a blue, Gal Black versus Ryu Ranger and Time Red.
Something Boken Silver said.
He hasn't been able to contact his home base. Oh, you can't summon your giant robots. Oh dear. Oh, mysterious language. How do you know it's not native to this world? Like, that's a very strange thing to know.
Hey!
Oh, is your
analysis mode. You got a universal translator.
Let's see. Apparently it's going to take a while to scan. Oh, hello. Oh, we've got a whole collection here.
I was going to say, are these a bunch of mooks from a bunch of series?
Yes. You see, there's a Hediac. We just took out a Chromite.
There is a...
there's a Cog. Note, I'm using the Power Ranger names right now. We got X-Boards. I don't know what the thing with the blonde wig is. Those are Meebas from Ju Ogre. But yeah.
That's a putty.
Oh, wait, is there a putty in there?
Just a moment. He came in and Dougie punched him. At least I think it was. It was a completely head-shaped gray head with no other markings.
Like, I know I saw cogs in there, too.
I did see the cogs, but the cogs seem to have, like, black dots on their heads as well.
Well, they've got gold masks.
Oh, gold masks. Oh, then what are the things...
Oh, is it Luca? Yep, Luca's all chained up now.
Okay. So it is a capture thing and not a shapeshift thing.
Yeah, he moves from one host to another, it seems.
Which means that he had to chain up his previous host.
Right. She is adorable. Okay. Congrats. Oh, we keep getting these. Stop that. Apparently doing this works. Oh, they're getting teleported away. So what's the deal? Also, I think I saw somebody online saying that Koichi Sakamoto was involved in this. Yeah. Oh, there's a Kudabot. What else we got? What's that? Oh, there's a Kuro from Tokyuger. I couldn't quite tell what the red one is. I saw a red something. Oh, hey guys, Orc. Ah, nice. Stinger stinging. Resolution's not great for some reason at the moment.
That's okay.
It makes it hard to differentiate all the different...
Oh, he found Marvelous!
Marvelous. Marvelous.
Yes, that.
Oh, that's right, because the Gokaijers have met everybody. Oh, and of course they got arrested at some point, because of course they did. They're the Gokaijers. Also, the Deck Rangers just seem to arrest every Sentai hero that they meet. Twinkle Toes? Your name for Takaharu is Twinkle Toes? That is adorable. Twinkle Haru. Every time he's fought him, he's been different. That makes sense.
Someone's putting the armor itself isn't sentient?
Well, it's definitely controlling them at least. But there could be another party. That's true.
This planet has been used to grant wishes for generations, so...
Okay, so the wish is a real thing.
Stinger may be the one who knew about the whole generations thing. He was probably briefed by the president before he came here.
Yeah.
That's why he knows things are not native to his planet. Because he was briefed on what the planet is like.
It's still a weird conjecture, though. Like, if you don't recognize a language, you have no real basis to say that that language is not from that planet. Planets can have multiple languages.
Fair enough. But this...
And Marvelous is just like, oh, we're doing this thing, are we? Okay. There we go. Nice.
Is that an air conditioner wrapped in purple shimmery fabric?
Sure, why not? Oh, Doggy versus Kogura. Okay. So I guess they can just buy time. Interesting pattern. This is our first time we've seen Kogura fight anybody since this thing got started.
I guess that's why it's her turn.
Yeah. She feels very uncomfortable with this whole situation. Is she going to use her super strength? She's just kind of cute. She just keeps tackling him.
She hasn't done I am strong yet.
No, she has not.
That's why she's getting tossed around like a piece of crumpled paper.
They want the wishes to come true. I wonder what Kagura's wish would be.
I don't know.
Most of the characters we haven't really gotten clear wishes from.
Since they're on teams, who on the team gets a wish?
I don't know. I don't know if the team itself needs to fight in the last
amongst themselves in
the final rounds. Yeah. Well, at least she's got her weapons out. Okay. So they're gonna lure out Geysorg with this. So, okay.
Someone has to throw the match.
And she actually has a wish and he doesn't, I guess?
Yep. That's...
Alright.
She's holding back.
Yeah, is it time for her to go? She's being a little train.
She's fighting like
and now we're getting the Tokyuju theme, which is fun. don't know what happened to his shirt.
I want the time and energy to devote to that. That's my wish. Just
the means to make families happy. Okay. Okay. That's cute. Alright.
I'm trying not to spoil Tokyuger, but it fits.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, here it comes. Because she's able... There we go. Strongest girl time. Bamboo splitter. Doggy-san. I want to know why he was randomly shirtless in that other thing. So, where does Doggy go now?
I don't know, but wherever the people who are eliminated go, it's someplace where they can't communicate with the people who are not eliminated yet.
I guess so.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be passing this stuff off to her.
Yeah. Yeah, Kogura does have that super strong business story. Okay, so Gundu. So Team Oddball has made it to the finals.
Team Oddball versus
Team Martial Arts, I guess.
What just happened to her?
I don't know. Something.
What
she's up to. Hey guys,
like very suddenly dropped.
She like dropped character, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. See the strike. Oh, forced demorph, that's not good. Hey, Yamato! Yamato and Marvelous working together. There we go. Kogura, you gotta get in on this. I mean, these two also have fought alongside each other before, so that helps.
Yeah, but they're also both beat up pretty bad.
Yeah, from the last couple fights.
So Kagura needs to get in there and back them up. I mean, obviously we know Stinger's doing other things.
Marvelous is going to protect the wishes. There we go. Nice. Nice. Drew a whale. Oh, man, he's going all on the boxers. Nice.
So Kagura's just gonna lay there. He was actually defeated.
They blew off the helmet. Does that defeat him?
Stinger!
Stinger's in there right now. Justice has no place in the universe. What does that mean? What are you doing? You're getting rid of justice?
And then I'll feel better.
Okay.
They got Stinger out of it. It is sentient.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you learn from him there? Okay.
黄色い海賊の姿も見えた。彼女の強さを見て取り付いたんだろう。そして彼女の招待プレートで。
Okay, so yeah, it was Luca's invitation that he had.
ルカはどこにいる？生きてんだろう。すまない。それは俺には見えなかった。
He doesn't know. They gotta go find Luca and Takaharu.
そうか。それがあなたの。
あ、そうだ。ドビーさんがこれを渡してくれって。
Is it translated?
究極大サタン召喚の呪文。
Summon the ultimate great Satan?
この宇宙を一瞬で滅ぼす大悪魔だ。
A big demon that can destroy the universe in a snap.
Okay, so
So our
is this
なんとしても食い
is
止め
this Lotar? Is this Lokar or is this
待って。
something else? Because it sounds like
あなたは
Lokar.
その前の宝を。
Really? That's not what it sounds like to me.
Lokar's name in Zyuranger was
あな
Daisei,
たの宝なんでしょう。
so that would translate into Great Satan.
Yes, I was just thinking about the snap.
でもどうやって。
Oh, you're thinking against
わ
Thanos?
からないのに。
いや、
That would be a twist. Oh man, that would be a twist. Man, that guy really does bring everybody together.
俺もすぐに追いつく。お前らそれまでにやられたら承知しねえか。
What? Marvelous. That seems like a poor idea.
All the pieces are gonna fly onto him. And end of episode. Oh no,
Okay.
wait!
Yeah, because we always get this little business. The Dino Knight is supposed to be down here. Dino Knight.
Maybe
They've just
the-
been wandering around ruins this whole time.
Maybe Geysorg is the Dino Knight.
Maybe.
兄さん。
Oh. What? They just got teleported. They got teleportified. Okay, so we got another guy with Ryu Soldier stuff going on. These little Ryu Soldier side stories are just like wander around ruins. Wander
Oh no,
around
he saw
ruins
the orange
somewhere.
thing that they just put back.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I have no context. Alright, so we got a threat to the entire universe next time. That's fun.
We've had a threat to the entire universe this whole time. She was just playing dumb. Well, that means she doesn't necessarily have a boss.
Well, or she may have just been trying to raise that. Yeah.
Right, but we were talking about before that someone else must have given him that ticket.
Right.
But no one else gave him that ticket. He stole Lucas.
Right. That's fair. But I am curious if Geysorg has any further background beyond that. It looks like we're going to have a whole slew of battleizers next time, so that's fun.
Yeah, if this preview is anything to go by.
And it'll be the big fight against the Great Satan, who it looks like Lokar with a body. I don't know. Maybe.
Does Lokar not usually have a body?
Do you know who Lokar is?
I do not.
Okay. Lokar was a big blue spiky head from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1. Rita occasionally summoned him for, like, special battles. She only summoned him, I believe, twice that I can recall off the top of my head. The first time being in Island of Illusion, which I reviewed.
Wait. Rita summoned him?
Yes. Exactly. That's the other reason I'm thinking, is this Lokar? It's probably Lokar. In Island of Illusion, he was the one who blew them into the Island of Illusion. They were fighting Mutitis, and they were losing the battle.
Island of Illusion, that was the one with the rhyming little person, right?
Yes, Quagmire. And then he also appeared in Doomsday, I believe, to empower Cyclopsis. Trying to think if there were any other appearances of Lokar. I can double check that real quick.
Oh my!
Okay, yes, there is a picture of Lokar.
It's not so much a spiky head as a disembodied head with really spiky hair.
Well, yes. I mean...
He looks like Jambi the Genie had a bad hair day.
I don't know what Jambi the Genie is.
He's
okay.
from Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Okay, I do not recall him clearly, but I will keep that in mind. Yep, and yeah, it looks like those were his only appearances. Were those two two-parters?
But his name in Japanese was Dai-Satan?
I believe so. Yep, Great Satan.
Okay.
So, I'm now note, this could be a different Great Satan. Great Satan is not necessarily the most specific of names.
No, it's not. It's actually more descriptive than proscriptive.
Right. So it could be something else entirely. Or it could be Lokar. It could be Lokar being empowered, because we do have this whole thing with the the Ryu soldiers being throwbacks to all the other Dino seasons. So it would be fitting to have the, big disembodied evil head from the first Dino season showing up right before we kick off the new Dino season.
This whole search for Dino Knight thing, it only makes me think that Geysorg might be synonymous with Dino Knight because he's a dinosaur. He's got their theme, and he looks like...
Yeah, he looks like a Dino Knight.
He looks like, his armor is...
It's very medieval.
Consistent with various other characters who've been called whatever the Knight.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what happens next time with Marvelous having Geysorg's armor. Which was a little,
or at least just Geysorg's
crazy.
helmet, because I'm expecting the rest of it to sort of fly onto him, but it didn't before the break.
Yeah, so...
It might happen afterwards, or he might just be running around with a helmet on. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not entirely sure how they managed to pry Stinger out of the armor either.
Well, they blew the head off.
Yeah.
And apparently had him so incapacitated that they were able to get him out of it.
Yeah.
So I think basically in order to get someone out of the armor, you have to have the individual inside the armor 2 weeks fight back.
Right.
Which they did not succeed at with Takaharu.
Right.
He was still able to walk away.
Exactly.
His helmet came off, but he was still able to walk away.
And, Marvelous and Yamato did a pretty strong double team attack with that, because they both have multiple forms, and that makes them kind of devastating in battle.
Yeah.
Like, the only other Red Ranger that I can think of that would be sort of
on
par as far as within the Sentai would probably be like Abba Red. Well, actually, Deca Red also had 3 forms technically, eventually.
What about the President of the Universe?
Tsurugi is very powerful. Tsurugi only has 1 form though, so I don't know.
I don't know, but he is really powerful.
He is. The fact that Marvelous and Yamato have access to such a wide array of powers does give them a pretty nice edge, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Yamato technically, it's only 3 sets compared to Marvelous's, 35. But it's still something.
Yeah.
And I say 35, but Marvelous actually has access to way more than that because it's not just reds.
Correct.
And
Just seems to be sticking to reds
in
this particular
in this set of episodes thus far. But yeah, I mean, Abba Red had, the Red Dino Ranger had Super Dino mode and Triassic mode.
Lucky had 3 modes.
Did he have 3?
He had his regular red, his power-up red, and then he had Orion.
Well, I guess he did have access to a few power-ups in between. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, Lucky ranks up there too. Lucky would definitely be one of the most powerful, thanks to his Orion form.
Yeah, the Orion form is definitely something to be dealt with.
I'm trying to think who else ranks really high. The reason I mentioned Deca Red is because he has SWAT mode, and he's one of the only ones who they actually gave a battleizer to, in that they adapted the SPD battleizer back into Deca Ranger for a future team-up movie. Which is pretty nice.
That is.
So you remember how Jack had the battleizer with Rick?
Yeah.
They after that happened with SPD and Deca Red appeared in a later special, they used that same battleizer.
Did it also turn into a robot dog?
Rick was from the Sentai.
Oh!
And so the idea of using Rick as a battleizer made perfect sense for SPD. And after seeing that for SPD, I guess they decided, hey,
our Rick could be a battleizer
let's
too!
do that too! Plus I think Red also has, like, a fire mode or something for when he joins a different squadron in, like, their 10-year later team-up movie. So he has quite a few forms. But yeah, I remember Triassic being very powerful. And I'm trying to think who else ranks up there. As far as Red Rangers go. Mystic Force I don't think had... They had Legend mode and that was it. Overdrive I don't think had any... or Bokanger I don't think had anything. Go-Onter I don't think had anything as far as power-ups. Shinkanger had Super Samurai mode, but they didn't have Shogun mode. They had Shark mode.
Shark mode?
Yeah, that was the one from the team-up movie. Remember Clash of the Red Rangers? There was the Shark Saber. It did the whole extension thing. When you summon the Shark Saber, you summon... you can activate Shark mode, which is just like Super Samurai mode, but with a red jacket instead of a white jacket.
Okay.
Yeah. We saw that.
I know, I remember that. I just, for some reason, thought that sword just belonged to Antonio.
Nope. I don't even know if Antonio actually used it.
Okay.
He used the light sword.
I have problems with memory, apparently.
Okay.
I'm gonna trust your memory on that, because...
Ghost Sager, they all had Ultra mode, but I don't think they had anything beyond that outside of... I guess Red occasionally could summon a Super Saiyan punch. As we learned from Troy. Because that was almost certainly just straight up adapted from the Sentai for no apparent reason. We were talking about Marvelous earlier, and his ridiculous number of forms.
By the way, if Geizorg has a hold of him now, we have a problem.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think Geizorg can do the Gokai change. He only seems to copy fighting style, but not power abilities.
Fair enough. I'm concerned he might be able to take all the fighting styles from all the...
Maybe, but that feels like a stretch. And then, let's see, who else we got? Go Busters have Powered Custom, but nothing after that I can recall. No. Kyu Ryuger is a pretty strong one. He's got, because he's got Carnival mode, which was Super Dino mode for Tyler. Mm-hmm. But, again, that's just a single battleizer. There's no additional modes past that. What's up?
Well, I figured you're about to go on to Q Ranger.
Well, we've seen Q Ranger.
Tokuger.
Well, Tokuger, there will be something that we kind of got teased in the trailer for next time. But it's really just that one thing, and there's something towards the very end, just like with Zyuohger, which again, we see that form teased for next time. Ninja, there was a line fire armor, but nothing else to my recollection. And then I just mentioned Zyuohger, and Q Ranger really ranks pretty highly. Oddly enough, I think Deca Red might be second for most forms outside of Marvelous.
Wow.
Just because he has 4 different... He's had 3 different armors that he's accessed in 3 different situations. I mean, well, Lucky has had... he has the 2 different shining modes. Because he got the Shiny and Moon. And there was good old Mr. Pega. Good old Mr. Pega. And then the Miracle Kitana. Lucky ranks pretty highly, though, but if nothing else, by virtue of being the strongest out of a series with 12 Rangers. So that was me quickly going through who is the strongest?
I'm curious about Rita, because one of the things she just said was that she's going to destroy all the justice in the universe. She said, and then I'll feel better.
Yeah.
What's ailing her?
I don't know. I don't know what her deal is.
Does she have a headache?
She might have a headache. That'd be amazing. So yeah, one thing that was a little bit of a, I feel like it was almost a little bit of a step down this episode, was we didn't get to see as many matches this time around. Now, true, technically this was the, we had the semifinals leading into the finals, so I guess there was only one, that we only had the 2 matches, because they're the semifinals.
Right. I mean, as you get on in something that uses brackets,
yeah,
you will have fewer and fewer fights.
I have to say, I was really hoping Dapu would pull through. It would have been hilarious if Team Support made it to the finals. Plus, if VRV Master had to go down.
Did we even get to see Team Support?
No, there were so many teams we never really got to see.
I wish we would have seen Team Support, even if we just saw them get their butt kicked in the very first bracket.
I wish that we could have seen a few more. I don't even know most of those characters. Mostly, I think it would be hilarious if Dapu made it in because VRV Master got knocked out and Dapu is supposedly his son. My boy!
Who else is on
Team Support?
Yeah.
Characters who we are not familiar with.
Okay, so they don't have the robot from Tokuger?
You mean this? Oh, you mean Ticket? He's not a robot. He's a hand puppet.
No, not Ticket then.
Oh, Wagon.
Wagon.
That would be pretty funny. No, we have Arthur G6, Mag, and Peebo alongside Dapu. So I'm not familiar with those characters really.
Me neither. I was just hoping Wagon was on the team.
Let's see. So, just to check, Arthur was from 5-man, or Arthur G6 was from 5-man. I think, was Bioman? Was that?
Ooh.
Oh, Live Man. She was Live Man. Yeah, she always had a cool design. So she was Live Man, and then we have Mag from, it's like a little ball. Flash Man.
It's like a BB-8.
Yeah. And Peebo, I'm not familiar with these characters. Peebo's from Bioman. Okay, Peebo's from Bioman. I got Peebo and Colin confused in terms of which one went with which series, because I have not seen any show of Sentai with the exception of like little. I think I've seen like the first episode or two of Zyuranger, and that's about it. And that's stuff.
That's.
I don't know. I don't know how that.
So what you're telling me is underneath that helmet, VR Master looks kind of like that?
Maybe. I don't know. I do not know.
No wonder he never took his helmet off.
Yeah. But apparently, so right now the finalists will be Team Weirdo versus the Martial Artist team, which is pretty cool. And that includes O Green, 5 Yellow, Ryu Ranger, Time Red, and Red Mask. And out of those, only Time Red and O Green have really been adapted.
Yeah.
O Green would be Zyuranger 4.
Right.
And then Time Red.
Red, of course, is
yeah.
Time Force Red.
Yeah. So it's definitely an interesting. It's been an interesting tournament. I wish we could see more of it, but I recognize that there are limits when you're dealing with. You know, what was it, like 32?
I would not be surprised if there were some other videos related to this that we have not seen. Because, for example, the Pokemon cartoon
Yeah.
has episodes that exist nowhere but on an airplane.
Right.
They're just something you can watch if you're flying a certain airline.
That's pretty fun.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there are, like, other videos of other matchups that are available through really weird ways only to people in Japan.
Yeah, I'm taking a look to see if I can find anything. I'm not seeing anything at the moment regarding supplementary materials, but I'd love to see them if they exist.
Sometimes they have episodes.
I know there's a
of
lot of like
anime
DVD
that
specials and
only
things like
run
that.
ahead of a movie in theaters.
I wouldn't be surprised if when this gets a home video release, it comes with exclusive features of battles we didn't get to see. That feels pretty likely.
We can hope.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess when you do have 32 teams of 5, you're not going to get to see everything.
No. Most of them probably got eliminated in round 1. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Half of them got eliminated in round 1.
Because that's how brackets work.
Yeah, it's 160 Rangers. That's a lot of well, not quite 160 Rangers. 155 Rangers
and 5 support teams.
Rangers / extra heroes. I'm not exactly sure what the full breakdown of how many extra heroes there are.
Yeah, well, there was a whole team of the. No, wait. Technically speaking, Mercury's an actual.
Well, Mercury wasn't part of the Shining team. I think he wasn't part of the Shining team. The Gilded team. I'm sorry. That Go on Gold.
Go on Gold.
RPM.
He's a Ranger, but the rest of Team Gilded were.
Oh, actually, no. They had King Ranger as well from O Ranger. That was the original Gold Ranger from Zeo.
Oh.
So really, it was mostly Gold Rangers and Shiny Knight people. Shiny Knighty people fighting. And then like they do have a lot of different. There was the Curveball team. That's the other one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That's the one that was all like bonus fighters, I believe. Where's the Curveball?
Yeah, because they had Ninjor, or Ninjor's counterpart.
Yeah.
Blue Centurion's counterpart, and supposedly Phantom's counterpart.
Yeah.
But he didn't take the field.
Exactly.
VR Master.
Yeah. There was also an extra warrior team which included Wolzard Fire. So that's another bonus hero. There's the Curveball team. Oh, and they had Big One in there. That was Big One and Shurikanger. I knew I was trying to remember who else was in there. But Big One and Shurikanger, I think, would count as Rangers. Even if they're a little bit of a weird case. But Ninjor in the finals would have been amazing. Alright. We probably got off enough on
tangents.
on all the.
We're really looking forward to seeing how this works out.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the big
Finding
final
out
battle.
the real mystery. What is Rita up to? Where did these people come from?
It's been interesting seeing how.
What is the evil plan? We know there's an evil plan, but what is it?
Yeah, the Weirdo team has managed to win all of their fights in rather unorthodox manner.
Well, they are the weirdos.
The first one they won through
Talking it out.
Talking it out. I believe the second one, they got their opponents got distracted by vegetables. The third one was a 3-on-1 match that Yamato won, which was very impressive. And then the fourth one was something of a staged match, but only in spirit. Because she did still give it her all.
Yeah. But I think what he was basically saying that he was going to fight back with, he wasn't going to hold back because that would make it look staged. But I also believe that he probably was not going to take every single opening.
Right.
Only the ones that were apparent.
Yeah. So it's been, an interesting run for them, and we'll see what what the finals are like.
I think in the end, "I am the strongest girl" thing may have actually made her stronger than him.
Entirely possible. She has the power
like
of
a
imagination.
rag doll at the beginning.
Oh yeah, well she's tiny and he's huge.
Yeah.
He's a very tall dog man.
Very tall dog man.
So yes, on that final assessment, Dogman is tall.
Dogman tall.
I think that's a good place to wrap up, and next time we'll be wrapping up this 4-week continuous special. So, until then, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. You thought it was Takaharu, but it was I, Stinger.